It's December, and that's kind of crazy to me because so many people have spent the last 9 months wishing 2020 would just end. And 2020 feels like the last 5 years of my life. So much has happened, which is weird because at the same time it feels like nothing has happened in 2020. At least maybe nothing you thought would happen. So the year is almost over, and that always seems to catch me just by surprise. Every December I'm like, how is it December already? But we're in this season some call Advent. The church through history has tried to find ways to be intentional throughout the year about remembering certain important theological concepts and practices. So we have this thing called the church calendar that some churches follow. And in the lead up to Christmas, we have this season called Advent. And Christmas is a time where we as Christians remember that Jesus came. God himself was born in the flesh as a human baby. God came, and it was something that brought hope and joy, peace and love. So the people were living in anticipation of the coming of the Messiah, the one who would save. But Advent is more than just about Christmas. Advent is a season where we anticipate the coming of Jesus. Jesus came, and that changed everything. But Jesus is coming again, and that changes everything too. See, we live in this weird world right now of restrictions and pandemic and all sorts of issues. And whatever you thought life should look like probably isn't what you're experiencing right now. Except maybe my buddy who just got married, and maybe this whole isolation and stay at home thing is perfect for him. But for most, we're struggling right now. And it's in these times that we need to remember that this is not the end. And no matter how this ends, that's not the end, right? This world is not our home. We have a home that Jesus is preparing for us, and he's coming again to take us there. So no matter what, we have something to look forward to, something so much more amazing than anything this life has to offer. Paul in Colossians chapter 3 says, "Since then you have been raised with Christ. Set your hearts on things above, where Christ is seated at the right hand of God. Set your minds on things above, not on earthly things. For you died, and your life is now hidden with Christ in God. When Christ, who is your life, appears, then you also will appear with him in glory." See, Jesus is coming again, and we have been raised with Christ. We need to keep our eyes fixed on the things above, things that have eternal significance, and not so consumed with the worries of earthly things. And we can do that when we remember with anticipation that Jesus is coming again. Peter, who walked with Jesus, writes in 1 Peter chapter 1, starting in verse 3, "Praise be to the God and Father of our Lord Jesus Christ. In his great mercy, he has given us new birth into a living hope through the resurrection of Jesus Christ from the dead, and into inheritance that can never perish, spoil, or fade. This inheritance is kept in heaven for you, who through faith are shielded by God's power until the coming of the salvation that is ready to be revealed in the last time. In all this you greatly rejoice, though now for a little while you may have had to suffer grief in all kinds of trials. These have come so that the proven genuineness of your faith, of greater worth than gold, which perishes even though refined by fire, may result in praise, glory, and honor when Jesus Christ is revealed." So this Advent season, as we are preparing for Christmas and the celebration that Jesus came, let's remember that Jesus is coming again and live with that hope and joy and peace and love, knowing that our future is secure.